Peaky Blinders is back, and somehow, after 4 years, it's better than ever. Let me tell you why this movie is the perfect goodbye to Tommy Shelby. 4 reasons why this film works when it shouldn't. 2 performances that will leave you speechless, and an ending so perfect you'll forgive all the sequels. If you're wondering whether Peaky Blinders needed a movie or if this is just a cash grab, I'll tell you now. No spoilers, just pure passion. First, let's address the elephant in the room. Here's the thing. TV shows coming back as movies almost never work. Breaking Bad tried it with El Camino. It was fine but forgettable. Downton Abbey did it. Charming but unnecessary. Most of the time, these movies feel like expensive fan service that adds nothing. So when Netflix and BBC announced a Peaky Blinders movie 4 years after the series ended, I was skeptical. The show had a perfect arc. Tommy Shelby's story felt complete. Why risk ruining it? But here's what shocked me. Creator Stephen Knight understood the assignment. This isn't a rehash. This isn't nostalgia bait. This is a legitimate continuation that earns its existence in the first 10 minutes. The movie is set in 1940, 6 years after the series ended. World War II is raging. Nazi Germany is bombing Birmingham, killing factory workers. The Peaky Blinders are being run by someone new, someone violent, reckless, and hungry for power. And Tommy Shelby? He's older, grayer, haunted by ghosts, and trying to write his memoirs in isolation. The setup is bleak, mature, and immediately gripping. This isn't the Tommy we left. This is a broken man dealing with loss, trauma, and the weight of his legacy. And from the first frame, you're locked in. What makes it work is that Knight doesn't try to recreate the series. He evolves it. The stakes are global now. The violence is bigger. The emotional toll is heavier. It feels like a natural progression, not a desperate attempt to relive the past. Let's talk about Cillian Murphy. You think you've seen everything Tommy Shelby can do? You haven't. Murphy delivers his best performance as this character, period. He's vulnerable in ways we've never seen. The pain, the exhaustion, the quiet desperation, it's all there in his eyes. This is an actor at the peak of his craft, closing out a role that made him a legend. But the real surprise is Barry Keoghan. He plays Duke, Tommy's son, and he's absolutely magnetic. Keoghan brings this chaotic, violent energy that clashes perfectly with Tommy's calculated coldness. The dynamic between them is explosive. It's a generational and emotional collision. Critics are calling it an Oedipal clash, and they're not wrong. Every scene they share crackles with tension. And then there's Rebecca Ferguson as a mysterious gypsy witch who enters Tommy's life. She's seductive, enigmatic, and dangerous. Her chemistry with Murphy is electric. She pulls him out of his exile and back into the world he tried to leave behind. If you loved Peaky Blinders, everything that made it great is here, but amplified. The cinematography is dark, cinematic, and stunning. The action sequences are bigger and more ambitious than anything the show could do on a TV budget. Explosions, gunfights, brutal violence. It's all here, and it's thrilling. The soundtrack? Incredible. Nick Cave returns with a new version of Red Right Hand. Fontaine's DC contribute 2 tracks. Massive Attack covers appear. The music hits just as hard as it always did, maybe harder. And the writing? Sharp, poetic, and darkly funny. That signature Peaky Blinders wit is intact. The dialogue crackles. The pacing is tight. There's not a wasted moment. This isn't a movie that rests on its laurels. It uses nostalgia as fuel, but delivers something fresh, a darker, more mature thriller that reminds you why this show became a phenomenon in the first place. I won't spoil anything, but the ending is everything it needed to be. It's epic, emotional, and earned. Critics are calling it perfect and necessary, and I agree. Tommy Shelby's journey closes in a way that feels true to the character and satisfying to the audience. This is how you end a legend. This is how you give a character the goodbye they deserve. And if you followed Tommy since season 1, you'll feel it. Peaky Blinders, The Immortal Man is everything a sequel should be and almost never is. Watch it, you won't regret it. I cried with emotion, and I almost never do that. If you love the series, this one is a must-see. If you're convinced, like and subscribe. By order of the Peaky Blinders. See you next time.